And I may want to talk, not may want, I will be talking about something that probably a few of my viewers have been affected by. And I have two guests for this portion of the show with me, Dr. Khalilah Brown, MD, MPH, and you work at the University of Chicago?
That's correct.
Okay, and I also have my good friend, Miss McGee, Miss Latrecia McGee, which is a cancer survivor, specifically breast cancer.
Exactly, yes.
So what we want to talk about, there's the Crystal Foundation, along with the Freedom Salon, which young lady is waiting in the wings, Nicole Magrum, which is the owner and operator of that salon. Crystal Foundation and her salon got together to do a joint venture for an upcoming fundraiser. Is that not correct?
That's correct.
And that's on November 12th. And we're going to put that information up on the screen, so I do need you to get your pencil and paper. But first of all, I want to go back to Dr. Brown. The condition Latrecia has is called alopecia.
Correct.
What causes that?
So alopecia actually just means hair loss in general. It can come about for many different reasons, but in Latrecia's case, and in many cases of people with cancer, alopecia is caused by chemotherapy. What happens with the chemotherapy is that it attacks cells that rapidly divide, and these are usually the cancer cells. But it doesn't just confine itself to the cancer cells, it also affects any cell in the body that rapidly divides, and those include hair cells. And so for this reason, we have hair loss, mostly on the scalp, but anywhere on the body as well.
Okay. So I know you're a very, very, very young lady.
Yes.
To sit here and tell us that you're a breast cancer survivor. I mean, that's a blessing in itself, but you're so young.
Yes.
How did your journey start?
Actually, I usually give myself a breast exam, and I actually felt the lump, and I didn't think anything about it because, you know, I have reoccurring cysts where they just drain. It's like a fluid in your breast, and you in and out the same day. But when they couldn't drain it, they actually did a biopsy, and then that's when I found out that at 39, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I was actually planning my 40th birthday trip, and I found this out in April.
And when was your birthday?
May.
In May.
Yeah, so.
So you're a little taken back by that.
Yes.
I was talking to Dr. Brown earlier about with this ongoing episodes of the cysts. I would think that, I don't know what other tests, I only know what men do as it relates to prostate cancer, but other than the mammogram, is there anything, because you said it was in the 3rd stage.
Yes.
Is there anything that could have happened, maybe so this would have been caught much sooner?
Well, I think Latrecia actually did the right thing by doing these monthly breast self-exams, and because she'd had so much experience with having cysts before in the past, she was highly alerted to any changes that she had in her breast. So this is probably good that she was doing that because she caught things earlier, even though with stage 3 when she got there for the diagnosis, it sounds like she caught things pretty rapidly.
So I think I'd asked the question earlier, it seems like it was very aggressive because by you doing the self-examination, you would recommend for women to do the self-examination. At what age should they start?
At the early stage they could, because anything that feels out the norm, you should get checked out, even if it's just not under your arm, anywhere. Just anything that's not normal, you should just go in and get it checked just for.
Let me ask you, did this, when you did the self-exam, did it feel different than cysts would normally
Well,
feel?
you know, actually it was kind of small, so I wasn't in a rush because I actually thought it was a cyst. So that's the thing. If you feel something, go in right away. Don't wait. Don't put it off.